Welcome back, guys. My name is Chris, and this is going to be a new episode of our M1 series where we are going to be following up on the portfolio that we've been accumulating over the year. So we started this account back in February of 2020, which was a big scandal kind of thing, everything was going on. Anyways, we started it back then. I believe we put in 1,000 initially, and then every week from there we put in about $35. I believe there was 1 or 2 weeks where I put in an extra 100 or extra $200, but for the most part we did do $35 a week, and this is going to be our outcome for that portfolio. So let's get started. So as you can see, our portfolio is currently sitting at 4,149, and we've made a gain of $1,338. So which has been a 70% return on our portfolio. This has been a gain of a year, essentially not really managing this portfolio. It just invests itself. However, in I believe start of December, we did trim a couple positions that we had that were still down. I believe those are going to be a couple of the banks and a couple of tech stocks that weren't doing so well. So we trimmed those and we put in one that I really believe is going to be a big hitter for the long term. So I put in about 7% of the portfolio into that one. It's not fully allocated, so as we continue investing, the money will slowly get put in there. So let's start this off with the pie. So as you can see, obviously our number one is going to be Tesla. Tesla has been killing it this year. They did have the 4-to-1 split, which gave us about maybe an extra share or so. But we are currently up about 400%, which gives a return of $600, which is about half that return that you saw in the top. It is currently overweight. I don't have any reason for trimming it at the moment. I believe they still have a lot to grow and they have a lot more room upwards. With it just being the stock that it is, the company that it is, it's going to do great in the long term. So we're going to continue to hold that. Maybe eventually we decide to trim it down and put it into the other ones. But for the most part, we're holding on to that one at a 10%. Right after that, we have AMD, which is at a 99.81. This one's been doing really good as well. Can't complain about that one. We're up about $150, so that means we bought maybe $150 worth of AMD at the beginning. Right after that, we have the Vanguard S&P ETF, which is going to be VOO. Overall, Vanguard is up about 26%, which is about average of what the market is up this year. Specifically because we bought this one when it was a lot lower than if you would have bought at the beginning of the year. However, there is a big difference between the February and March prices, so we luckily got in there at a pretty good range. Either way, the S&P at the moment is currently doing very well. As far as dividends, we do have a small pie that has been created by M1 themselves that is filled with dividend paying companies. So if we click on that one, it'll take us there. So far we have $381 on there. We've had a return of $21 on dividend stocks alone. Dividends earned from here is only about $7 so far. And these are the companies inside of it. So it's going to be VIG, IDV, DEM, DON, and DSEN. So these are going to be stocks that are picked by M1. I just got their portfolio, just added it to mine, just so I can have a little more dividend income in this portfolio. Because at the end of the day, that's kind of what we want to go for with this one. We do have quite a bit of growth stocks in this one, so that's it. Back to this pie. So let's go. We have Amazon. Amazon's been doing crazy numbers this year. They'll probably continue to do crazy numbers until next year. They did have a crazy Christmas with everybody locked down, staying at home, not being able to go buy gifts. So definitely Amazon's one to keep an eye on. And at the end of the day, if we do have rotation, I believe Amazon will be one where people just park their money. After that, we have Apple. Apple's been doing great. They also have the split that they did. At the moment, we're up 85% on Apple. We didn't have too much when we started, but now we have about $200 worth of Apple in this account, which is 85% return. And with that, we are going to continue holding this. Hopefully, we can pick up some more Apple. Apple looks to be a great long term investment. They are also looking to start doing cars. And if they go anywhere with the cars, if they start doing good, I believe these could be this is essentially the next big stock. Anyways, I have Nvidia. Nvidia's been doing phenomenal. They had their RTX release that sold out within seconds. At the moment, we are up 114%, which means we had about $100 in there, a little less than that. But we are sitting on $212. After that, we have Alibaba. Recently, they came down about 40%, somewhere around there. So we're going to continue to hold them. Alibaba's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, even with the probes are going under at the moment. I believe they're still great long term to hold. So after that, we have Microsoft. Microsoft is going to be it's a pretty good company. Hasn't moved as crazy as the rest of the companies, as the rest of the big tech stocks have moved, but they're still a great company to hold in your portfolio. Definitely, they have a lot more growth to come, and they're a little undervalued actually. Well, the way I see it, they're a little undervalued compared to the price of all the other stocks in the same range and the same magnitude of it. Um, After that, we have Airbnb. Airbnb is going to be one of the new stocks that I added after I trimmed some of the banks and some of the tech stocks that weren't doing so well. At the moment, we only have 4%. We are down about $3-4 at the moment, but Airbnb, they just IPO'd, and I believe they're going to do great for the long term. After that, we have American Express. Just great. It's a great company to have in your portfolio. They do pay dividends, so that's one of the big reasons we have that one in the portfolio, as well as Coca-Cola right under it. Coca-Cola pays a great dividend, very secure dividend, and Coca-Cola's not going anywhere anytime soon, so definitely going to be holding that one in there. I do want to, however, pick up more dividend-paying stocks in this one just because I'm not directly managing this one every day or looking at it every day or something. But I do want to add more dividend-paying stocks to this one so the dividend can compound itself. After that, we have 3% of Google. Google's just a monster of a company. They're going to do great for the rest of the year, and do great for the rest of next year. And I'm sure they're just going to keep growing with the YouTube Plus, YouTube TV, and everything. Everything they're doing is great at the moment. They're steady and they have a good trajectory upwards. Target is one of those companies that I really wanted to pick up. Target's been doing great throughout the pandemic. They were able to open through every single moment there was that they could open, so they've been doing good. Yeah, and they haven't gone crazy on their e-commerce side, so I believe they do have a little bit of upside when you're looking at that. They could advertise a little more or something like that, but they're a great company to hold. Uber is actually up quite a bit from what I had. They're up 83%, which means we're at $95 currently. I do believe Uber has a lot more potential to keep going up. They did buy out Postmates this year. They did have a crazy run with the pandemic and everybody having to stay at home, ordering takeout. In fact, you can't go out and eat at a restaurant, means more people are just going to have to order food. So that's a great one. Definitely want to hold on to that one. It might accustom people just to continue ordering food throughout the next year, throughout the couple of years to come. And then after that, we have Bank of America, traditional bank. This is one of the dividend paying stocks I have in here and one of the slower movers in this portfolio. So we're just happy to have Bank of America in here. And then we have Berkshire Hathaway, owned by one of the greatest investors. I believe this is just a great company to have in your portfolio. There's just no words for that one. That one's just really good to have in your portfolio. Anyways, that's going to be the portfolio of this one. This is what we did for the year. We made about 70% return. We still have a couple days left, maybe like 2-3 days left for the year. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace out.